Text encoding is the way computers turn letters and symbols into numbers so they can store and understand text. For example, the capital letter A is represented by the number 65 in decimal, which is 41 in hexadecimal, and 01000001 in binary. Hexadecimal is the easiest way to talk about characters, so from now on, I'll use the hex values when I do. So as you might expect, capital B is 42 hex, capital C is 43, and it continues from there. UTF8 encoding uses multiple bytes for symbols like the euro currency symbol, which is represented by the hex sequence E282AC. Back in Notepad, in the bottom right corner, we see that it says UTF8, which is the encoding used for this file. It is the most common computer encoding for text. So let's give it a quick definition. UTF-8 is by far the most popular character encoding standard, and it supports virtually all characters, including letters from every language, emojis, symbols, and almost everything that you would think of as text. To see how it works, we can search for a binary file viewer and open the first result. We'll load the same JavaScript file here. And we can see that each text character is represented by a single byte. It doesn't get any simpler than that. This particular file only contains simple characters, so 1 byte represents 1 character through the whole file. To see how non-regular text is represented, let's open CyberChef, search for it, and it's the first one in the results. CyberChef is a great tool for messing around with digital data. We'll drag in the toHex operation to the recipe, and whatever we type in the input, it will be transformed to hex and shown in the output. Let's start with simple text. Capital letter A is 41 hex, 3 A's gives us 3 41s, and white space is hex 20. But if we insert a special symbol, for example the right arrow symbol, we see that it's represented by 3 bytes. If we delete it and insert an emoji, we see that these 3 hex numbers represent this green check mark. That's how UTF-8 encoding works. It represents simple text characters with 1 byte and special characters with 2 up to 4 bytes. The bytes that represent text are ultimately saved as a file on a storage device. If any of this was too complicated and went over your head, the takeaway is that source code is just simple, plain text.